Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is C Chronicles. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you're new on this channel, welcome, and I hope you do consider subscribing after watching this video. I do mostly fragrance reviews and I do lifestyle videos, and anything that's interesting I will do on this channel, to be honest. So today I come to you with a fragrance video, but before then, let me say welcome again to my returning subscribers and thank you for always supporting this channel. I hope I find you well. Today I'm doing a dupe. I don't know whether to call it a dupe or an inspired by house, but I believe Paris Corner is a confirmed what do you call them, dupe house, replica house, fragrance replica house, I guess. Yeah, Paris Corner is what I want to talk about, and today I have a fragrance in front of me here which I intend talking about, and this is called La Nuit Pendora. I had one of my subscribers ask me about this fragrance. I will link their name. I can't remember what their name was, but they did ask me if I had this, or if I could do, I can't remember what the question was, or they asked about this. Do I have La Nuit Pendora by Paris Corner? And I have had this fragrance for a long time, and I, because of being busy, was just not getting time to review it. But anyway, here I go. I don't want to blab a lot. This is how it looks. This is the presentation. I will try to slide in a box on the side of how the box looks like, because I've been on the hunt for it. I can't find it. And this fragrance happens to be inspired by or a dupe of La Nuit Trésor by Lancôme, right? Even the bow, they've put their bow as well. This one has a bow. Unfortunately, I have a mini of this. I don't have the full bottle, but based on the mini, I can tell you what this fragrance is about. So we're going to be talking about this fragrance, which is obviously a replica of Lancôme's La Nuit Trésor, and I'll tell you what I think about it. Right, let me just spray some here and let you know what I perceive. And I have, because this is a dab on, I have dabbed some on my hand. So if I'm sniffing like this, that's because I have already dabbed the original here, or the fragrance that this La Nuit Pendora is trying to replicate. And this one is this fragrance, this La Nuit Pendora by Paris Corner, is described as a deep, mysterious fragrance with an opening of delicious raspberry, some Damascena rose, smoky rose, and it's just a few notes that they've listed on their website, which I don't know why. But anyway, going to this fragrance, La Nuit Trésor. La Nuit Trésor has a ton of notes. It's got pear, tangerine, bergamot, strawberry. It's got some passion fruit. It's got lychee, caramel, patchouli, coffee, black rose, and the list goes on. But these guys have listed 3. So in all honesty, I think there's more notes to this, because this does interpret what's happening here. Their interpretation of La Nuit Trésor is actually on point in a way. And now for comparisons, I'm going to say the La Nuit Pendora is a softer take of La Nuit Trésor, okay? Softer in the sense that the deep smoky rose that's a bit incensey in this one, which is in your face, the deep smoky rose, which made me say, okay, if I'm going to wear this fragrance, I'm going to wear it at nighttime. If I'm going to wear this fragrance, I'm going to wear it in cold weather. That is the deep smoky rose that I get from here, and that is the most prominent note. The interpretation in this one is a lighter interpretation, a more wearable interpretation, in case you wanted to buy this one and the rose is just overly done, or the rose is too strong, unless you like those deep rose fragrances. I find this original La Nuit Trésor by Lancôme a bit heavy, a bit stuffy, sometimes a bit thick, super deep, super dark, which for people that like that, I'm not trying to diss this fragrance. No, it's a beautiful fragrance overall. I love it. I have it in a rollerball. I have it, you name it. But I find that this is more in your face. This is so deep. And if you want an alternative of that, obviously this is why I have this in my hand. Not an alternative in the sense of how can I put it? I'm talking about not an alternative, but if you wanted a try, or if you want to know what the vibe is about in La Nuit Trésor by Lancôme, this is just bang on, but it's a softer interpretation. However, so if you're going to buy this fragrance, no, this is a softer interpretation. It's one of those fragrances that you may need to reapply depending on whether you're an oversprayer. However, the fragrance does stay on your clothes, but if you wanted to do the shouting, you may need to reapply. Their interpretation of this, Paris Corner's interpretation of this one, was bang on. It's almost barely noticeable. If I wore this and I walked in a mall and I walked past somebody who's used this La Nuit Trésor, they possibly, and I am 100% say, wouldn't know the difference. And let me know, this is not a paid promotion or anything, this is just my take on it. So just for the fact that this fragrance, you know, has got that softness to it, I would say I actually personally prefer this, and for the price, obviously it goes for a song, so I do actually prefer their dupe as opposed to this, because I personally, you know, like my fragrances on a lighter note. I don't like my fragrances too heavy and too strong, but in terms of interpretation of whether this fragrance and this one can be separated, this fragrance clearly, without a doubt, they nailed it. Okay, if you're not looking for much, like, okay, what about the concentration of what in what, this to me is almost like an exact replica, to a point where it's surprising how they can do it for as little as, let's say, £20, and you know, the original house does it for about, I don't know, whatever amount the full size bottle costs, but I know it's not on the cheap side. This is also incensey. They're both incensey, they both have that dirty rose, they're both good, but this I can wear all weather. This, it's got to be, you know, cool weather, or you know, evenings, or cool, but you know, because it can be in your face. So I hope I have helped somebody who was wondering what this is about. This is La Nuit Pendora by Paris Corner, and it's their interpretation of La Nuit Trésor by Lancôme. So I do hope I have managed to help somebody. If you were wondering whether you should buy it or not, I would say it would make a perfect gift. The presentation is beautiful and the price is right as well. So thank you very much for joining me today. It's been your girl C Chronicles. I do hope you have subscribed, and I do hope to see you in the comments section. Do let me know if you own this, or if you're thinking of buying it, what you think of it. And this was just my take on it, and this is not to rubbish the original product. You know, I'm not rubbishing it, I'm just giving it out there. Some people like dupes, some people like originals, some people just wonder. And as a fragrance reviewer, I just feel, you know, I need to come with some of these this information if I do, if I'm privy to it. So thank you very much for joining me today. It's been your girl C Chronicles, and remember, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.